Yo, let's wrap it up, y'all. Well, my daddy left home when I was 3, and he didn't leave much for Ma and me, just his old guitar and an empty bottle of booze. Now I don't blame him cause he run and hid, but the meanest thing my old man ever did was before he left, he went and named me Sue. Well, he must have thought that it was quite a joke, and it got a lot of laughs from lots of folks. Seems I had to fight my whole life through. So much would giggle and I'd get red, and some dude laugh and I'd bust his head, and I'd tell you, life ain't easy for a boy named Sue. Well, I grew up quick and I grew up mean, my fists got hard and my wits got keen. Rode from town to town to hide my shame, but I made me a vow to the moon and the stars, I'd search the honky-tonks and the bars, and I'd cap that to give me that awful name. Well, it was Gatlinburg in mid-July, and I just hit town and my throat was dry. Thought I'd stop and have myself a brew at an old saloon on a street of mud. There at a table he was dealing stud, sat the dirty mangy dog that named me Sue. Well, I knew that snake was my own sweet dad from a worn-out picture that my mom had. Knew that scar on his cheek and his evil eye. He was big and bent and gray and old, and I looked at him and my blood ran cold, and I said, "My name is Sue, how do you do? Now you gonna die, you Yeah, that's what I told him. Well, I hit him hard right between the eyes, and he went down, but to my surprise, come up with a knife and cut off a piece of my ear. But I busted a chair right across his teeth, and we crashed to the wall and into the street, kicking and the gouging and the mud and the blood and the beer. Well, I tell you, I fought tough for men, but I really can't remember when. He kicked like a mule and a bit like a crocodile. I heard him laugh and then I heard him cuss, and I heard for his gun and I pulled my fuss. He stood there looking at me and I saw him smile. He said, "Son, this world is rough, and if a man's gonna make it, he's gotta be tough." And I knew I wouldn't be there to help you along. So I give you that name and I said goodbye, and I knew you'd have to get tough or die. And it's that name that helped to make you strong. He said, "You just fought one hell of a fight, and I know you hate me and you got the right to kill me now, and I wouldn't blame you if you do. But you ought to thank me before I die for the crap on your gut and your spit in your eye, cause I'm the named you Sue." What could I do? What could I do? I got all choked up and I threw down my gun. I called him a pa and he called me a son, and come away with a different point of view. And I think about him now and then, every time I try and every time I win. And I figure if I ever have a son, I'm gonna name him Bill or George, anything but Sue. I still hate that name. Wrap it up, y'all. Wrap it up, y'all.